So that's 50% right there. Look, 50% on the controller. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all are having a great day. I want to talk a little bit about the slipper clutch video I made and kind of give you some fine-tuning tips. You know, the video I shared is going to give you the maximum output from your truck without burning up the disc inside the clutch. But is that a one-all be-all for every terrain? No. But what it is, it's going to be good for 90% of the terrain you run on. That being said, I seen a post from some of my friends the other day talking about their trucks were a little more squirrely. Let me say this first. These trucks will be a little bit more squirrely with the long wheelbase because the attitude of how you normally drive them. You can punch these wide open, it'll ride a wheelie and ride it out, or it'll grip and just take off. The short wheelbases are going to do a wheelie or flip over backwards, so you feather those a little bit more onto the throttle. You know, you don't just punch them wide open, you roll into the throttle and then they take off and build up speed. So there is two things you can do as far as on the truck itself. One is you can loosen up the slipper clutch, or two, you can turn down the power on the controller to 50 or 75%. Now you think to yourself, well BD, if I turn the power down, how the heck am I going to go faster? Well, when you're on loose surfaces or wet surfaces, spinning ain't winning. So the more you spin, the slower you're going to go. So what happens when you go 100% and you're punching it? Well, you're going to be overspinning the tires and you're just going to be losing traction. Or if the slipper clutch is too tight, you're going to be losing traction and it's going to cause you to get squirrely. Or it's just going to spin and you're not going to go nowhere. So that being said, the slipper clutch is made to slip the disc and it bleeds off some of the power going to the wheels to give you better traction. Also, if you go 50%, when you're full throttle, that's not going to be like full throttle on 100. Yeah, you're going full throttle on 50%, but it's not going to spin the tires as fast, so it's going to get better traction. So let's do maybe a little comparison here. Let's go 50% and go wide open. See, it took off no problem. And I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera, but it had minimal spinning. You can see it's still on the back wheel, still getting plenty of traction. So now let's go to 100%. We're gonna go around, we're gonna punch the throttle. You can see it's wanting to go faster and the wheels are really spinning, but it's not going as fast as it should be, going from 50 to 100%. And that's because the excess power is just spinning the wheels. So like I said, you can go 50% or you can loosen the slipper clutch up a little bit. Most of the time 50% is going to do it. So just keep that in mind when you're driving your truck, and you know, if you want to get the maximum speed out of it on different conditions, you know, you may loosen it up a little bit when it gets a little slick outside. Here it's been raining and you know, we had a storm last night, so it's a little bit more wet out here today, so you might dial it back. However, you can see I'm just going to 50% of throttle management, and that's really what, you know, if you want to leave it on 100%, leave your clutch where it's at, that's really what you want to do, is you just want to do throttle management. You see your truck starting to get squirrely and starting to slide all over the place, let off on the power a little bit, let it gain traction, and then hold it there. You know, if you just keep holding it wide open in a slick surface, then you're not going to get traction. You're just going to keep spinning and spinning and spinning. Now, is there anything wrong with that? No, not at all. I mean, we all have fun with our trucks in different ways. You know, it's just the more power you put to the ground in a slippery surface, the more wild it's going to get on you, the more you're going to be sliding all over the place. Which leads me to the last thing I'm going to talk about, changing the diffs. You put a higher weight oil in the diffs, it's going to cause them to slow down a little bit and put more power to the ground. A lighter weight's going to cause them to spin more. So take that as it is, use which one you want. So if you feel like the truck's spinning the tires too fast, especially like, let's say it's in a wheelie and the front tires off the ground, and they're just spinning as fast as they can, and it's causing them tires to balloon up. Well, go ahead and put you some heavier diff fluid in there, and it's going to slow them down. So you can't do that. Me personally, I normally don't mess with the diff fluids in these 3S trucks, because you can just either A, adjust the slipper clutch, or B, you can turn the power down to 50%. I'm still on 50% right now, and you can see it's really going. So hopefully that gives y'all some insight on maybe fine-tuning your truck, or you know, if you want to set it up for the surface that you're driving on today, because I could drive today and it's going to be really wet outside, or I could drive tomorrow and it'd be really dry outside. So the surface is not always going to be the same. I hope y'all enjoyed the video today and a little bit more information I added on the slipper clutch and, you know, fine-tuning it to the surface that you're on. If you did, push like on the video, subscribe for future stuff, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.